A player at Holy Family University says his coach shoved him during practice, but the coach says he was teaching his team to play tough. It was all caught on tape, and now the player has filed a police complaint. We're going to talk to both the player and the coach live in just a moment. This is the first time they've been together since the day of the incident. But first, here's Jeremy Hubbard.
That's sophomore Matt Kravchuk. He's number 34 there in the blue in a practice drill when his coach, John O'Connor, intervenes. Look again, O'Connor grabs the ball and bumps Kravchuk to the floor and then appears to kick him while he's down.
I didn't really see it coming. It just kind of caught me by surprise.
The player later filed a police complaint saying the coach elbowed him and backhanded him, giving him a bloody nose and scrapes to the head and lip.
Come on,
Coach O'Connor later apologized, but has now been suspended while the school investigates. He may face criminal charges too, but he says he did nothing wrong. In an interview with the Philadelphia Daily News, the coach let his emotions show.
I can't believe this happened to me.
He says he never intended to cause harm.
Instinctively, I grab it with both hands and kind of, in what they call basketball term, just kind of cleared my space. Because, you know, normally when this stuff, I've always been very hands-on with my players.
There is a little more to the story. O'Connor says his team had just suffered an embarrassing loss and needed tough inspiration.
Maybe I helped you learn that, you know, take pride in what you do, and if you're going to do it to your best ability.
We showed the tape to USA Today sports columnist and ABC News contributor Christine Brennan.
There's a line between tough, hard competition and doing things that are completely out of bounds. And this is a line that one person in particular needs to know, and that's the head coach.
Holy Family played again last night, losing against the University of the Sciences. Neither Kravchuk or O'Connor were there. For Good Morning America, Jeremy Hubbard, ABC News, New York.
And Coach John O'Connor and Matt Kravchuk are here now, along with their attorneys, John Gallagher and Jack Cohen. Thank you all for coming in this morning. This is true. This is the first time you all have sat together since the day of the incident.
Yes.
Let's try and go back to what happened. Now, Coach, I know that you believe that that videotape that's shown kind of takes this out of context. So as you're talking, we want to show a little bit more of the practice, showing that this was what you all call, I guess, a rough rebound.
It's called a combat rebounding drill. And, you know, the idea of the drill is just to compete against two guys. And while you're also teaching them how to rebound, get offensive rebounds.
But you did feel badly enough about what happened right there to apologize to Matt and the whole team that evening.
Oh, no question, no question.
What happened?
It was an accident. It was an accident, and it was unintentional. And
that kick was unintentional?
Yes.
Looked pretty direct.
The drill itself is you're supposed to continue to try to keep the drill going. So as he goes down, I'm trying to get them to stay competitive and keep the drill going. So I just nudged him with my foot to try to keep him kind of moving in the drill.
And Matt, some of the other players, they've actually written a letter about this, and they say that that was fairly common for the coach to do something like that. You met with the coach that evening, and he apologized, and you actually continued to go to practice for several days after that, correct?
Yes.
Tell us about the apology.
He called me into his office and he apologized. We talked for a few minutes. He said he was sorry for what he did and that he crossed the line. He said he realized that everything that happened could ruin the 18 years of his career up to that point. He seemed remorseful at the time, but I don't know, it just didn't feel right. And then he apologized to the team shortly after that.
Yeah, and right, the team all met that evening. In fact, the team says that he apologized profusely that night. As I said, you continued to practice for several days after that. So what happened? What changed your mind, and when did you decide that the apology and the action that the school had taken just wasn't enough?
Well, actually, the school didn't take any action. I emailed the athletic director the day it all happened, and the day after that I met with her, and she reassured me that action would be taken, at least some sort of action. So I continued to go to practice for the next few weeks, and then when I realized that nothing had been done, me and my parents met with her again, and she wouldn't tell us anything that happened. So
she wouldn't tell you what happened, but Coach, you maintain that the athletic director actually did take some action after you met with her.
Yes, she brought me in, and we reviewed the tape, and she went through the tape with me, just mentioning, as far as going through each part of it and what I would, need to improve, and what she felt that was out of hand and what wasn't out of hand.
So you know now what you did was over the line, right?
Not really. I just feel that, I was a coach and I was trying to get my team more competitive, and in doing so, I made a mistake.
So I'm just getting a little confused here. Do you feel what you did was justified, or do you feel what you did was a mistake? You're kind of saying both things right now.
Well, I mean, the whole thing here is that as it went on, I just felt that it was an accident, and it was unintentional, and I was really sorry that it happened. And if that 30 seconds I could take back, I certainly would. But unfortunately, in this world, you can't do that. And for that, I really apologize.
So Matt, what do you want to have happen now? I've been struck, and I've mentioned it a couple of times now, by the letter signed by all of your former teammates. You've left the team now, correct? Actually, they didn't sign it. They issued the letter. I see you shaking your head, so let me correct.
It's all the teammates, George.
Well, it says from the Holy Family men's basketball team.
It's not the entire team.
I could tell you from other players that we've talked to, it's not the whole team supporting them. Maybe some of the players of the team.
Well, if I could just disagree, the whole team appeared on Fox News in their uniform regale and stood behind that letter.
The entire team did not. There were separate players who weren't there. I've talked to them.
The letter was prepared by the captain and the co-captain. The team met, and at least on the part of Sam Mushman, who I spoke with, and I believe people from your staff spoke with, he said the entire team met, and it was a unanimous
And they
vote.
say that the coach was acting out of love. He apologized profusely, and they want to move on. They want him to keep his job. What do you want to have happen right now?
Well, I mean, first, honestly, it's easier for them to accept his apology. Nothing ever happened to him or to any of them. I just wanted some action taken, and I felt the university owed it to me to take some sort of action. When they didn't, I took it to the police.
What do you want exactly to have happen?
I want some finality. I want to understand from the school what is going to happen to him for everything that happened, because they do owe me, as one of their athletes, they owe me the respect to do that.
Well, you two are sitting right here, right now. Coach, Matt is right there. Tell him what you feel and what you're sorry for.
The main thing is that this was an accident.
Tell him, not me.
Matt, this was an accident. I was just trying to make us a better team, make us more competitive, and in doing so, an accident happened. And it was unintentional by me, and I'm really sorry that it happened. If I could take it back, I certainly would. But again, it was an accident, and I'm really sorry that it happened.
What's your response?
To be honest, it's kind of hard to accept your apology, just because, you claim it's justified and you claim you weren't crossing the line. And also, I came to the Holy Family to play basketball, and now I'm injured. I can't play, and I can't play for you anymore, just because, as your player, I'm supposed to be able to respect you, and I don't feel I can do that anymore.
Well, one of the things I'd also like to say is, I thought me and Matt had really kind of bonded through the year, because in the beginning of the year, he kind of struggled picking some things up. But I was really proud, because every day when Matt would come in, he worked extremely hard. And I think as he got me along and started to pick up the things that I was doing, I was really proud at where he came as a player. And I just feel it unfortunate if I never get the chance to coach him again.
Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for this morning. Maybe you all can continue this off camera, but thank you all for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Let's go.